Our second section and second race of the women's 5,000 is the open division. Rosina Machushuri of Gonzaga on the inside will take the early lead, then coming all the way out from the outside, Maria Sikora, as those two will get into position and find space on the rail. 12.5 laps. Emma Gresham in the white over blue from Indiana State, right behind hip number 4, Logan Hofsty of Gonzaga. So Gonzaga well represented here in the early going at the front of the pack, but a breakaway here by Sikora and Machushuri here in the first lap. Hofsty, Gresham, and then Jessica Friedland of Gonzaga. So 3 Gonzaga Bulldogs in the top 5 here early on. Betty Kipkore of Iowa State, hip 12, back there in 6th position.
Rosina Machushuri of Gonzaga is our leader. Machu ran 32:33 for 10K at the Stanford Invitational a few weeks ago. She settled in nicely behind.
Get our first full lap split here when they reach the finish line. 77:23 for Sikora for that first full lap to the finish line. Machushuri still in tow, and then back to Hofsty and Friedland, and then Sage Brooks of Oregon State, Kipkore of Iowa State, and Dorcas Naibe of Tulane also among the top 8.
And here come your leaders into the front stretch. Sikora setting the pace. Rosina Machu of Gonzaga is the leader.
$77.23 on the first full lap. We'll get a split here now through the first 1,000 meters, 3:06.12. The last lap was even faster, 73:82.
3:06.12 that first 1,000. 1K down and 2K to go. Rosina Machushuri of Gonzaga, also of Gonzaga.
Sikora competed in the U.S. Road Mile here at the Grand Blue Mile in Des Moines last year. And now on the Blue Oval of Drake Stadium, leading here this 5,000 meters. As Machushuri sits behind her in second, and then back to Hofsty and Friedland of Gonzaga in third and fourth.
Sikora, Philadelphia Track Club setting the pace.
9 laps to go. $75.03 on that last lap.
And our leaders are on the backstretch.
So Sakura's pacing duties are done, setting up this race for Machushuri.
And our pacer has stepped off the track, and Rosina Machushuri is up front to do the work.
Then come back and take over for Jim.
Machushuri was a Idaho prep champion several times over before making the trek over to Spokane. Now a junior at Gonzaga. And it's Gonzaga 1, 2, and 3. As a sophomore last year, Machushuri finished 15th in the final in the 10,000 meters at the NCAA Championships, 45th across the line in Madison, Wisconsin at the NCAA Cross Country Championships. Here now running a solo effort with Machushuri, Hofste, Frydenlund, and Kipkore. 75-33 on the last lap without the pace setter. Now with 7 laps to go, as they come through 2,200 meters, and that lap slower by 2 seconds, 77.46. This is the tough position to be in, where you're having to drive this pace all by yourself. Machushuri with Hofste and Frydenlund as they will get to the far side of the track, as that'll be 2,400 meters. So the start of the 100 meters on this lap will get us halfway in this women's 5,000. Kipkore now in third, and the gap closing here on Machushuri, Hofste, and Kipkore. So we'll call it 7:55 at the halfway mark of this women's open 5,000 meters. Machushuri and Logan Hofste ever so slightly dwindling that gap. Plenty of time left, 6 laps to go. 78.08 on that last lap, another half second slower, and you can see what that's doing to the lead, which is almost disintegrated here in the span of about 150 meters, with Hofste and Kipkore now closing in. .2,800 meters down. So they'll reach 3K at the finish line. 5 laps to go, and now it is the 3 here together. Machushuri, Hofste, and Kipkore. And Hofste not necessarily wanting to stay behind her teammate, is now coming to the outside, and is, after getting a look over by her teammate Machushuri, Hofste is going to move into the lead. Machushuri stays on the rail. Kipkore in third, but also now challenging and moving into second. 5 laps to go, 3,000 meters complete in this women's 5,000 meters. As Logan Hofste, the freshman from Gonzaga,
5 laps to go.
runs the last lap in 76.17.
7 at 3K.
Hofstie grew up in the shadow of Gonzaga in Spokane, Washington, competing for East Valley there.
Sorry, my phone died.
Was a Washington State runner-up at 800 meters and then won the 1,600 meters her senior year. And also won the 3,200 meters her senior year. So using that experience now at the collegiate level as a freshman, relinquishing the lead to Machushuri here once again, but now with less than a mile to go. Last lap in 77:14.
10:47 at 3,400. Machushuri, Hofstie, and Kipkirk. The three-person race right now as they move down the backstretch.
Keep an eye on the group behind there with Frydenlund of Gonzaga clicking off that split at 3,600 meters there on the tail end of the backstretch. Naibe of Tulane and title alumni of the host school from Drake. And here on the main straightaway, coming up on 3 laps to go, Machushuri, Hofstie, and Kip Corey.
Grab a hot dog and a drink, whatever they may have. Get back in your seats for the men's 5Ks and the 10Ks on this beautiful night at Drake Stadium in this distance carnival.
Now Machushuri kind of opened up her stride a little bit and has opened up a little bit of a gap on Hofstie and Kip Corey. This will be 4,000 meters elapsed in this 5,000 at about 12:44. So about 3:14 on that last kilometer. Came through the first 1,000 in 3:06. So this one was quick early and then has slowed down in the last few laps. 77:66 on the last lap to 3,800 meters for Machushuri. Kip Corey is now back into second ahead of Hofstie. And now 2 laps to go for the leaders. 77:51 on that last lap for Machushuri. Kip Corey, 78:55, and Hofstie fading a little bit, 79:90, and Machushuri back in control of this race. As she continues to bounce off those toes and continues to drive forward and extend her lead now with a lap and a half to go in this women's 5,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the award stand, she won the long jump tonight. That's 2 years in a row for Reese Brownlee of Clear Lake. Her winning jump, 18 feet, 10 inches. Get your talents to Kansas State.
So into the home stretch, you'll hear the bell lap.
Two-time long jump.
Machushuri of Gonzaga. .14:40 on the clock with a lap to go. 77:51 on the previous lap of the Blue Oval here at Drake Stadium, and 77:19 on that last lap. So she has continued to put time and distance between her and the rest of the field. Kip Corey is second. Hofstie is third. but well back right now of the leader, Machushuri, coming up on a half lap to go. Hofste trying to close the gap on Kipkouri. 200 meters to go.
And here is your leader.
Into the final stretch for Rosita Machushuri of Gonzaga, the junior. Went out to the early lead. Pace setter went off the track. She got some competition, but then turned it away and will take the victory here in the open division of the women's 5,000 meters in this battle between Hofste and Kipkouri. As Kipkouri is going to finish second, and 15:54.97 is the winning time for Rosina Machushuri in this women's 5,000 meters. New PR for Logan Hofste in third. And looking down the list, top 10 Division III performance by Sainz de Rosas of Concordia, Wisconsin. And Peyton Steffen of Central of Iowa, also a 11th best Division III time here in 2025. But Machushuri is going to take a flag home with her when she heads back to Spokane, winner of the Women's Open 5,000.